Hi guys, that's Dorota Nail, International Nail Artist and Educator here again, and today I'm in with Jane and we are going to do this beautiful set. I'm so in love with it, like it's not over the top, really nice and wintry feel to it. So I have finished this hand, just so you don't have to watch everything. And now we are going to do the rebalance on her other hand, so they come back all intact and beautiful. So yeah, that's what we have started with, and then we are going to take them down and create this beautiful set, and I show you step by step what I'm doing. So when my client comes in, I'm just quickly sanitizing their hands, rub it in, and so does mine. And then using the e-file K38, I'm just going to remove the color from those nails. It's actually a shame to take them off as well, isn't it? They were so nice. And then just remove the color. When I'm removing the color and I know I'm going to encapsulate the glitter on this finger, I need to remove it a little bit more product from the free edge. Okay, so I'm just removing a little bit more from the end. And then on this one, I don't need to remove as much of the product. Bye bye flowers! And then file another one, and we are going to do a glitter encapsulation on this nail as well, which means I have to file a little bit more. So I'm just filing a little bit more, and I'm using the safety bead. You can get it from our website as well, which is www.dorotapalicka.com. I usually actually set all the products which I use on the descriptions of the video. And the last one, little pinky. And we are going to kind of shape them into a rounded shape and shorten them a little bit as well. Okay, they're all perfect. We have used the fiber gel before on them, and that's what we are going to use it now as well. Okay, so I just clean her hands. Then my next step would be to use a drop of the blue scrub, and the reason for it is in case if there is any oils or other stuff, I'm just using a drop of the blue scrub to dehydrate the nails and then push the cuticles back. And Jane got an absolutely fantastic cuticles, guys, as you can see it. I always tell that to her. Then with the cuticle bead, we are going to tidy up any tissue which might be on the nail plate. So my e-file, one side, put it into the reverse and tidy up the other side. I mean, obviously when I'm doing a full set or full rebalance, I swapping the hand, so I will do everything on the right hand, then everything on the left hand, and then once I finish I go back to my hand one. Okay, then with the file I'm going to shorten those free edge. We need to reshape the nails and take them down a little bit. Blend everything in here, like you don't want any product to be sticking out. Scratch the surface of the natural nail plate. Straighten it up nice and shorten a little bit more. Okay, and I just check the other hand to see the length. Thank you. Perfect, thank you. And the free edge, you can see it is pretty thick once we shorten the nails, so I need to really take it at much thinner, otherwise my glitter encapsulation is going to be first of all overfilled, and then secondly not enough glitter inside those nails, and you don't want them to be too thick. So I have thinned out my nail, give a couple more scratches, another one, just thank you. So shorten, blend everything. So blend that out. And the next nail. You can also see I'm constantly protecting her nail folds, just so I'm not cutting my client with the file, especially when working a little bit quicker. You really want to protect the client's folds. Okay, thin that nail out, just so it doesn't look too bulky when we encapsulate the glitter. Check the shape, so I'm always kind of getting client hand into a nice straight position, because during the filing quite often clients like take the hands into strange positions. So so I'm always making sure they're looking good. Okay, then the last nail. So shorten it up, and I'm glad because I can show you a few different things. So we are going to do the ombre, like a really super quick ombre, and we are going to use the Mermaid powder on them as well, and I think it looks absolutely stunning on this blue, like absolutely stunning. I love it. Okay, after I have finished filing, I'm just going to give them a final check. Like, you know, when we're doing something quick, we might maybe miss something. So clean the dust away with the brush. And then give it a couple of the scratches. So couple extra scratches, making sure the nails are nice. No shiny places. And then remove the dust. Take a blue scrub to dehydrate the nail plate again, in case if we have touched it or there is anything on the nails. So this way we got a really nice prep. And then use an extra nail dehydrator. So that's an extra nail dehydrator. Apply it on the natural nail plate. Once this is a little bit dry, we can use the universal air bond, and I quite like to use it because it works like a double-sided tape, so we get the nails to the gel to stick really nice to the nails. Okay, so apply the universal air bond, wait again for it to dry, and usually those time I'm using for like cleaning and doing other bits and pieces. And then we are going to use the fiber gel and a light soft pink this time. I'm working with my oval gel brush, and I like it because it's so nice and precise around the cuticle area. So nice and thin layer. Nice and thin layer through the entire nail. Nice and thin layer through the entire nail. Okay, once we have applied that, I'm going to take the blue glitter. So that's just a chunky glitter. I think I got it from the Nigel Gaga, and then the indigo one, and this one is called Pixel Effect 01 Kopciuszek. So really nice glitter. Some old gel brush, and I find old gel brush is actually fantastic for application of the glitter because it's so nice and messy. So this way we can get the glitter nicer. And what I'm doing is on the end I have put I kind of mix them. I find it gives a nicer, more interesting sparkle. Okay, so once we have applied the glitter, we need to smooth it out a little bit, and I'm using a sponge for that. I love sponging my glitter because I can remove any sticking out bits and pieces. So the layer of the gel has to be really nice and thin, because otherwise if you put too much you are going to float the cuticles, so this is very important. And then at the same, no, just cook it. And now would be a time to do this hand, so I would do exactly the same on this hand, and then I would swap the hands. Now I'm going to be bored. No, I'm not going to be bored. I will be kind of cleaning my desk just so I can clean the brush, and I usually use it like a dry wipe. And I quite like to go like this as well, like to keep it really nice and messy. Like the messier the brush is, the nicer the glitter applies. Okay, I take your hand. And now is the time to infill those nails. So nice and thin layer, nice and thin layer, cover the entire nail, cap the free edge, go really close to the cuticle, nice and thin layer, cap the free edge, and now we need to build up the apex. So I'm picking up the scoop of the product and just applying my apex. Obviously Jane nails aren't too long, so you don't want to put a Kilimanjaro apex in there. It has to be just nice and thin, like little apex. And same on this one. Just a nice tiny apex, one side, other side, and then brush the excess of the product down the way. And when I'm brushing down the way, I'm kind of pressing a little bit harder. Perfect, cook it. So we are going to freeze the product just so the gel doesn't run. In the meantime, clean my brush. And the next gel we are going to use is clear crystal one, and I really like the crystal one because it's like a water, so it's so easy to do the glitter encapsulations with it. So I take your hand back, and what I'm always doing, take a small scoop of the gel, press it really hard, so this way I remove loose bits and pieces of the glitter, and I kind of I don't know, I kind of press them in, so I'm using those single bits and pieces of the glitter as well for my nail design. And also imagine now like going with this brush to your pot, it is going to be all dirty, so I always do it this way, freeze it. And this gel is fantastic because it cures only 30 seconds, so to freeze it I need only 10 seconds, and then I can apply the next layer after cleaning my brush, and it's not as messy. Okay, so again, a nice and thin layer, and with those two nice thin layers I've got enough product over my glitter so I don't overfile it. Just a drop on the apex, and you don't have to even do anything to this gel, like by the time I finish the next nail this gel is going to be in the right place. But I wouldn't use it for a structure, like I mean, you can do it on the shorter nails. For a longer nails, like it would be too difficult because, as I say, this gel is really like a water. Okay, cap the free edge, cook it, and now we need to cure a bit more, and now we need to just cure those nails, and then we can file them and do this beautiful design. So I'm not sure if the camera can catch it, maybe on the picture it will be more visible. There is an ombre, so we're going from the blue to white, and I really love that effect. And here we've got opposite way, so blue and then going into the white, and Mermaid looks different on different colors. That's why I like it so much. And then these designs are so super quick and effective for a salon work, especially for a winter time when you kind of want to give it those frosty-ish look to your nails. So I just need to cook it till the lights goes off. And then I show you how to shape the nails as well. So I'm just kind of trying to remember the length on them. Perfect, I take it. And now we can shape them. So I'm removing the inhibition layer. It's so weird because normally we're swapping the hands, like one hand, another hand. So this is unusual.
It's confusing me as well.
Sorry. But I thought, guys, I will just show you like this way. So I need to make sure the nails are in a nice and good position for me to filing them, so I can file the nice shape. Okay, I'm shaping the free edge and then smooth out any imperfections on those nails. And when filing the free edge, like sometimes I go really like this and trying to perfect the shape. We need to blend everything around the cuticle area really well. And then move on into the next nail. Smooth it nicely out. Blend everything around the cuticle area. And I love this movement of the file, like it's so nice, like covering pretty large area of the nail. And you need to also don't forget that the nails are kind of, they're not flat, so you have to kind of file the nails into this shape, just so they're nice and even. Now, can I check your other hand for 1 second? So, yep, thank you. So normally I'm doing 2 hands at the same time, so everything is more uniform. And this is another tip for you guys, like when you're doing something, do it one thing first on all of the nails, second thing, and then if you're doing the same movement, same stuff, your nails are more uniform, they're more exactly the same, and they will look better as well. So like now I'm a little bit struggle because it's out of my routine, because normally I would file the shape on all of them the same length. Then the apex placement, all of them are exactly the same, because I'm doing only one thing at the time. But I just really thought it is going to be more interesting for you if I show you the procedure on the 4 nails, because the rest is exactly the same. Don't forget to share this video if you have liked it, and also let me know down in the comments below what else you would like to see on this channel. Okay, smooth this out. And then the last nail. Remove this bulk of the product from the free edge. We don't want huge free edge. An apex placement can be pretty difficult, like for a beginner. So always remember this tip. The bigger the nails, the more support they need. The smaller the nails, the smaller the apex is going to be, yeah? Because it's not going to even look nice and attractive if we put such a huge apex on the nails which are shorter. It will just make them look bulky and heavy and ugly. And also I've got some other videos where I explain like what's happening if we've got too much product. So too much product is not good either. Too little will lift, too much will lift as well. You just need to have a right amount of the product depending on the length of the nails. Okay, check the length. Yeah, so now I'm just swapping for a buffer. I'm going to buff them all nice, so very quick first, and then brush away any dust and bits and pieces. Just to make them nicer. And you can see I'm constantly protecting my client's folds, and I'm changing the angle of the buffer. The buffers are really rough, so they're still scratching the surface of the nail. And this is really important for the gel to stick to that. The area around the cuticle needs to be really nicely blended in. And then with my buffer, I'm still touching up my free edge. I wanted it to be really, really nice, so very gentle movements. So they are parts of the nails which you can file extremely quick, and then they are also parts of the nails which you want to kind of touch it nice and gently, just to even out the shape. So with this technique, like my entire nail shaping is much, much better. Okay, now I'm just going to take a file and touch up any other places I think like are not even. And each time when you're filing the free edge, you need to also file it a little bit from the top as well, just so they are better shape as well. Okay. So thin out the free edge. You don't want it to be too thick now after shortening this nail. Okay, check it. Still, I'm so fussy, yeah? I am, because, but you know, those little things make a really big difference, isn't it? Perfect. Push my cuticles back again. They usually move during the time they move, so before painting the gel polish I like to kind of take them back again. And now I'm just going to tidy up the excess of it. There is not much, obviously Jane got really beautiful cuticles.
I'm Louise, not Jean.
Oh, Louise, oh gosh, I'm so bad.
You did Jean's earlier.
So I'm in with Louise. I've got two ladies, it always comes in together, and I just got them Jane and Louise in the diary, so. And I'm horrible for names, like I'm so bad for names.
Oh, Louise is my carer, so that's why we come together.
At least you've got guys like some time to enjoy together as well, yeah? A bit of pamper time, exactly. Okay, I'm just going to brush away the dust and clean them again. So quickly clean them and we can start doing those beautiful design. So Neo Nails, I know they've got the website now, guys, because you told me that in the comments, girl. So the color I'm using is a Blue Tide 4827.1. And we are going to apply this color just in there. So nice and close to the cuticle. On the one side of the nail, and here we are going to do the opposite. So one side of the nail, and then we are going to use the 173, which is Tic Tac White, and this one is from the Upvoted, on the other side of the nail. Okay, do the same on here. And now start blending it. So I'm usually using the same brush, but of course you have to clean it before you put it to the pot. And I do just couple movements really, and that's the ombre done. So inside. And after that we are going to apply the top coat on the glitter encapsulation nails, just so we can do those design. I had dilemma, I wasn't sure should I do the little bit of the sugar over it or not. Like, it was so difficult to choose it. Okay, I take it this one. And then on those two fingers we are going to apply the top coat, just so we can do the design. But the ombre is not cured yet. I just want to save the time. And you can see how nice glittery these nails look. So just apply the top coat on those ones. And cook them back in. And then I can apply the second layer of the gel polish in ombre. On the thumb we have done it a full color. So this one has a full color and then this one has an ombre, and I want to show you maybe this way. Then you can see the difference when they two together like that. They look slightly different. Yeah. It's hard to see it actually, isn't it? Perfect. I take this one and exactly the same like we did it before. Again, if you're really fussy for your application, you can just, before you paint it, push it back again. So first of all, these nails are going to look much nicer once they come back for a rebalance. The growth is not going to be as visible. It will look much smaller because we have got those extra millimeters. Okay, second layer. And then here on the opposite side. You should see my positions, guys, for this tutorial. Have to watch it to don't bang with the camera on my nose. Okay, cap the free edge. Cap the free edge. I love like doing those type of ombre as well for my clients. It's so super quick, but like looks beautiful. Really beautiful. Awesome. Inside. And then we are going to use the Mermaid powder. So now I need to cure the nails exactly 60 seconds. And we are going to use the Mermaid powder from the Indigo. And it is an effect Syrenki. So they've got different Mermaid effect. They've got different ones. They've got like a Mermaid black, Mermaid emeralds, and all sort of different ones. So I'm just using the classic one for this design. So in the meantime, when my nail is curing, on the back of the form, I'm just going to prepare my colors for the design. And we are going to use the Paint on French gel and the Color Plus in blue. And they're fantastic because they can last pretty well without of the top coat, like no trouble. So a drop of the blue, like a really tiny drop of the blue. And then also a drop of the white. Don't use your brushes for picking up the colors. And don't use your brushes for mixing the colors. I'm horrible just because I've got cameraman who is a distributor, so if I damage it, he will give me a new one. But you don't do it. No, I'm kind of rolling it, so like I'm not going like this. You can see the brush still has its shape. But we don't do it. Okay, so my mixture is ready, and so those my nails are ready as well. And now on those beautiful nails, we are going to apply this Mermaid effect. So I'm just going to pull my glove. See, for all those effects, you really need a free hand. And because my nails are so long, this goes always to the lid. Dip in my finger. And now start massaging the Mermaid effect. So massaging this Mermaid effect. And you need to see it. Some gel polishes are kind of more wet consistency. And then you will be more careful kind of massaging this pigment. This takes really well and is so nice. Okay, if we want the Mermaid effect to last really nice and long time, we need to scratch the free edge. So what I'm doing is taking the file, give a couple scratches, so exactly the same how we do for the chromes, okay? And then with the face brush, and I love those brushes, they're nice and soft, I'm just removing any excess of the Mermaid powder, and then we can apply the top coat. So I'm applying a high shine, no wipe top gel. And be kind of strong, not strong, like make sure you cap your free edge, so like really properly, and apply kind of a decent amount of the top coat. Okay, you want the Mermaid effect to last, you want your clients to be happy with it. Same on this one. So make sure you cap the free edge. Perfect. So now we need to just freeze the nails inside. Couple seconds cure. In the meantime, I'm just preparing my brush so we can do this quick design. I'm dipping it into those whitish pinky blue which I have created, even lighter. And we are going to do couple squiggles. The brush I'm using is a watercolor paint from the Nail Perfect. And now we are just going to pick up the blob of the product, press it harder, press it lighter, and this way we kind of painting like those frosty look. Really beautiful for this time of the year. I love it, this effect. Like, looks so nice. Okay, and then I'm going to paint exactly the same on this one. So strong press of the brush, gentle press of the brush, and the way the brush splits, it kind of creates almost like a wee petal. Really, really nice. And another one. Okay, put it inside the lamp, so we have to cook it. And then the last part of this design is to use the D-liner brush with a tiny bit of the paint on French gel to do the tilet work. Paint on French gel is strong enough to last without a top coat, so does the Color Plus gels. That's why I love them for those kind of designs, because it also gives them more those 3D look to it. So I'm just picking up a little bit, and now with my D-liner brush I'm just going to finish this design, like adding a couple of the squiggles which are much thinner. And again, it's the same technique, so blob of the product, press it lighter and then press it harder. When you press harder, you are leaving less product on your part of the design. Okay, so remember, if you have guys enjoyed this tutorial, if you have learned something new from it, hit those share buttons just so the others can see it as well. I will really appreciate it. We're trying to grow this channel. Also leave me down in the comments below what else you would like to see it, so I can produce it for you. Okay, and I don't like the top one. I really don't like the top one. Blah. So if there is something you don't like, you are always taking it off. You don't let your clients go with something you don't like. Okay. That is better. And maybe like a wee dot. We are going to paint now on this one. So gentle press, light press. The tip I can give you as well, don't have too much product on your brush. If you've got too much product on your brush, then it is going to be kind of not behaving nice way. And that's maybe what happened on the other nail. I also feel I can paint kind of quicker as well if I've got just a drops of the tip on the tip of my brush. Okay, so those kind of nice frosty look, and she fussy again about this one. I really don't like it. So I'm going to do one in here. Yes, and now I'm happy. Okay, perfect. Cook it in. So we are going to give it exactly a 60-second cure, just to make sure the product is cooked well. Like, you really want to cure the paint on French gel very properly, so it lasts you nice and long time. I actually got it on those nails as well, so that's the paint on French gel. They are actually quite long time in as after I push my cuticles back again as well. And it stays on, no bother. Like, even if you're using products for nails, like I don't know, a blue scrap, so that's a blue scrap, you can clean it and it's no problem. It's not coming off and there is no top coat over it. So absolutely safe to do that. The paint on French gel have a little bit of the inhibition layer, so I always use the UV cleanser just to clean the 60 seconds cure, just to clean a drop of this inhibition layer. Now I need to also clean this this hand as well, so I can take a beautiful thumbnail picture and you can see it as well. So that's this hand finish as well. Perfect. So that's both of those hands. So I'm just going to clean them and take those beautiful picture. I hope you have guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Glittery hacks, and bye for now.